gods and goddesses in training? Welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makara, man. Today we're going to have a masterclass on energy healing. My understanding of energy healing, how it works. And if you really want to learn this shit comes down to like a science and art of energy healing, essentially. And what we discovered at Primal Sutra is we have a very unique modality because we use channeling, we use biokinesis or shapeshifting, and we also use energy medicine, okay? So think about the word energy medicine, okay? So it's healing, ultimately, okay? We're combining the metaphysical realms with the material world, slowly finding the bridge to be able to hold both. Can you be spiritual and abundant at the same time? Okay? Understand, okay? There's some deeper truth to what I said there, but we'll reflect on that later. Let's get into some freestyle just to lighten the mood, get the vibes up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm Uncle Makara. Yeah, that's right. I am just shocking you, cause I am apocalypse. Cause they call me milk chocolate. If you know that I be dropping it every single time that I just have it rewind inside my mind. You cannot ever divine. You cannot ever concline. Never in mind, cause you know that I be lemon and shine, and cause you know that I be so damn effortless, cause you know that it's just straight in my melanin. Ooh, yeah, I'm effortless. You know that I can just center the subject and predicate, but you know that I'm just infinite. I am just astral being going to hell and sent back into heaven quick, back into all of this spelling shit into my spell work, cause this is what the gel work. It's a fail verb. No failures, that is not in my dictionary, cause it's quite the contrary, cause I feel ordinary, nah, I'm extraordinary, cause it sort of feels scary to be just a pioneer of a new field, cause I'm dying here, but I'm reborn in this very moment, cause it's in my hemoglobin, every single time that I feel so omnipotent, cause that I'm in oceans, inside my soul, man, and it, cause I'm just a Bengali poet from a different time of clan and a different type of planet, cause that you can't even understand it. Why did he even say he was a bandit? When he goes in, he goes to the standstill, cause he's in his guru mode. Every single time that he's in his zone, he goes so closed, but he feels that omen. He knows it's an omen. He feels that potion deep within skin, cause it's just in his his vision, his melanin, everything that he's been seeing. And he be seeking the truth, and he be try to inspire the youth, and he try move every single time he grooves, every single time he moves. Money tall just like a loo or a porta potty. I do not know, but I feel out of body. Bengali man from a college clan, cause that I'm not Khalistani, but I know that I can bring players speaks down like I'm from Dagestan, and I know that all the dogs that ran the engine, cause that I'm so defending. Maybe we will just go to the ending. Yeah. Oh. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. Already we're in it. Okay. Perfect. You see, I love to freestyle because it's like a subconscious mind drip. It's just you're letting your subconscious mind just drip out all the leakages. Right. Now I'm ready to go. Bro. All right. Welcome to Energy Healing 101. This is my masterclass. Savage Shaman Seminars, Primal Sutra, Uncle Makara, Dr. Scripps, you already know the deal, okay? So this form of energy healing is very unique, and I want you to understand, first of all, these are prerequisite. You got to understand what we stand for, okay? We stand for going back to the root cause. We stand for truth. We stand for merging with divinity and understanding our dormant powers within. We understand that Maya is a veil of amnesia, and we've forgotten, okay? And we also understand that anybody can do this, okay? Some people have just forgotten their powers. Some energy workers, they're just in it, man. Right? They're top notch in their modality. They've taken it to as much as they can in the physical world. And some of these modalities, let me tell you this. I know one of my students has a connection with a healing modality that's also connected to alien technology, right? So think about this, right? There is a lot of interesting paradigms that we can tap into that we haven't been tapping into. Why? Because science is the material world, you see? So if we say material is all illusion, then scientific discoveries were all illusions. So yes, it's the Maya, it's the illusion we're living in, but it's all part of the spectrum, and the veil is slowly lifting. We're getting our memory back, in a sense, okay? So I just want to give that as a preface before we talk about energy healing, because yeah, you can heal your energy because that's the substrate. That's from which everything comes from, bro, right? So really start to understand this. And by the way, I say bro to everybody, okay? Like, if you're a woman watching and you're like, is this a guy's channel? Is this one of those red pill channels, right? I'm probably a god pill channel, honey. I'm not red anything. Well, I'm a red. Well, that's not true. Primal Sutra is red and white and black, which is the colors of alchemy, if you didn't know, by the way. All right, so the first thing that's first, you don't want to get caught up in some kind of a moral dilemma right away, okay? You want to choose an energy practice that resonates with you, okay? People take different routes, okay? White magic, black magic, right? And everything in between, okay? There are different ways to do it. One understanding is Tantra comes from Lord Shiva, and that's one tantric path, right? And then there's also the Vajrayana Tantra path, right? And so what if you were able to merge worlds? Let me tell you. Because it's not about right or wrong way or method. There's always a method. What is your method? We're introducing our method for you to get inspired, you see? Because ultimately, you want it to be a believable modality for you. Let me say it again. A believable modality for you. Because if you are in disbelief at your own healing powers, you're going to get more in your head, actually. Whereas if you have a firm groundedness and a belief, right? You don't even need the credentials or something to do this kind of work, right? You can. It's going to help you. However, it's like there's this very intuitive thing that we do when we heal others around us. And what do? We hold up to a dominant high vibration. We become the space holders for this thing, right? And so think about this. The more you tap into that believable modality, the stronger your mind gets. And the stronger your mind gets, the more you can actually hold up that higher vibe. So that's how I think about it, okay? And a lot of people, you know what they do? They wash their hands before they practice energy healing. And you know what that is? The residue. So there's a specific point here in acupressure medicine, right? That's where energy is giving and receiving, right? So essentially you can use the hands. That's why a lot of energy healers do in-person sessions, and they're mostly somatic based sessions, right? Like being in the same energy field as them, because they're basically, the healer is raising themselves up to this very, very high vibration, okay? And once they're tapped into this high vibration, the person that they're healing is going to receive that vibration. It's like if you can have people receive the positive visualizations in your head through an energy cord, an energy field being sent through your hands to the other person. Now, I'm in the belief system, okay, that energy is everywhere, okay? So I can do an energy healing for you guys right now, in a sense. because distance is not the matter. It's the actual energy of the modality itself, right? So pay attention to the images that are popping up in your mind as a healer. Because when you're healing, you're going to notice different images. It might be their images of their memories or something like this. I've experienced this quite a few times. And you basically want to hold space for that image and then add what is uniquely your own to self-soothe with this image. You feel it internally, and then you transfer it onto them. Am I being understood, guys? Give me a thumbs up, okay, if you guys get this. So basically, think about it. You have this thing called the microcosmic orbit, where if you're ever familiar with the mewing, okay, I don't know if you guys know about mewing. It's basically putting your tongue to the roof of your mouth to change your jawline, right, and so forth. So you might have seen a lot of dudes sucking in their cheeks, like on social media, right? Doing that, right? So that's mewing, right? But mewing also has another benefit in the qigong related tantric Taoist world. It's called the microcosmic orbit. Okay, the microcosmic orbit is this life force energy, this electromagnetic this energy, right? This field that you can carry with you. So when you put your tongue on the roof of the palate, the energy it starts, and when you take it off, it kind of stops. So you can use this kind of in moments of stress. You understand basically you have a parasympathetic and a sympathetic nervous system, right? So you have a fight or flight and a rest and digest. You want to find better ways to rest and digest, okay, as a healer, because you are going to take on the storylines of others at times when you heal. And this is very, very key to understand. You have to discern their stories from yours. One good way to check this, and I'm telling you right now, okay, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again, okay? If you can relate the situation back to your own life in some way, it's probably your gunk. If it has nothing to do with you and you're just perceiving it as imagery from them, you can actually convert it as a shaman, you know? You can convert that negative dark energy into positive. This is what pleasure alchemy is. This is what we also teach. It's very powerful technology. Okay, it's like the Bogart of Harry Potter, right? Like converting something that the thing that you most fear into something hilarious, where you don't even consider it, because you see through it, right? You see the illusion that it is. You see the Maya. You see? And so I don't know how important it is, guys, for you to love your inner divine mother and divine father energies for this, and get an inner synchronization, or a brain hemisphere sync, as I like to call it, okay? You might have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but this is the Jeet Kune Do of spirituality, bro. You guys get that? Like, this is not going to be so, cut and dry and academic. I want to make this engaging, interactive, live, like this. Because truly, I've got to be the walking testament to these teachings and understandings, correct? So just study and observe the way that my mind works, and you'll slowly understand the way that this energy system permeates, okay? Balancing the body, visualizing harmony within the other, okay? Some people like to give it an actual weight to it. Okay, so through their visualization, they imagine something wooden, or they imagine something steel in the heart space, or they imagine like sand, 2 bags of sand being weighed and tipped from one side to the other to create this synchronization. So whatever visualization you choose, make it associated with your dominant chakra. We have a theory at Primal Sutra that states everybody has the most dominant energy center, with, if they choose to double down on that reality, and they will enter the portal of that dimension, okay, of their particular astral or higher selves, they will be able to live to the fullest of their energy center. Okay, So the way you test this, way you can come to us, we can test it for you. Okay, quick muscle testing check, very simple. Or what you can do is you can just observe your own life, observe the results you're getting, observe what's working for you. Write down everything that's working for you. That's the closest input that you have towards your highest path working or chakra. Okay. So what's working for me is my kindness is being tripled back, and sent back to me. Great. Heart chakra path working, very clear, right? Hey, I feel like my physical body has been a big theme in my life. Oh, root chakra, perfect, right? So it's like you look for the clues of the theme, right? And then you start to figure out ways to circumnavigate the pathways, create less resistances, and basically, you know, really be a good energy transfer. And this is why healers have to practice ethics as well as understanding that they have to be pure, right? So they have to actually purify. This is something we learned from Kamadeva last night's channeling. So you actually have to purify the images in your mind, okay? So you have certain images in your mind and you have to purify them. Right now they might be impure thoughts, but you have to visualize them, view them in their most sacred light, in their most divine essence. What would it be? What would be the most evolved version of this? What would be the most evolved version of this anger, this sadness, this frustration, fill in the blanks, okay? These lower valence emotions, as we call them. Not that they're, it's not like some kind of hierarchy that they're fighting with each other. They're just emotions, right? So they're signals to the body and mind in order to autocorrect and adjust. Back to what I call actually is something called the homeostasis, okay? So we have an internal energy. You guys can try this actually. In the Matrix movie, right, where they have that scene of like they're being plugged into something, into a machine, right? And it's back here. It's like the occipital lobe, right? So understand that area in the back of your head, back of your neck, is very, very powerful. There's an exercise where if you take an ice cube and you let that ice cube melt back here in the Feng Fu point, it will actually give you a huge spike of energy, okay? And it will release a lot of stress from your body, like physical stress, right? And so it's almost like when we train the physical body, we also train the psychological dominance, okay? So if you are feeling weak in your mind, it's probably a fear of being psychologically powerful, okay? So this is a very, very important thing to understand because a lot of people, the main differences are the masculine and feminine energies is what people talk about, right? Now, it's important to understand masculine healing is a perception shift, whereas feminine healing is like feeling through your feelings and releasing them, okay? Well, this is the main difference between the two. But wisdom and method, right? The two Vajrayana principles of masculine and feminine. Okay, you can even look at it as chaos and order at times. Okay, however, I don't find that paradigm to be very useful towards me personally. Um, hmm. The way I see it is like universal energy and earth energy coming together in the lower dantian. You know, like that's such a powerful visualization. You guys get that? Energy from the universe and energy from the earth coming together and meeting. And that energy transference from the healer to the person they're healing creates this very cleansing. You basically created a recycling system for them and you're handing it over to them. You see? And this is a very powerful thing you can do because I like to massage this occipital point at times because this is basically the battlefield between the mind and the body. It's where the spine connects to your third eye and your crown, right, area. Like all up in the skull area right here. So even I give myself a skull massage, to be honest with you. Because why? So the blood flows to the brain, and I can use my brain's health, because the brain actually connects and controls everything in this thing, right? So if I have a strong brain, that's kind of like my headquarters, right? My service system, the station. And then I can allow it to actually change my morphic resonance field, right? So I'm actually changing my beingness by being around certain areas or locations, or where I'm going in my mind, right, through my visualizations, is going to impact my energetic field. So it's important for you as a healer to understand what you're consuming and what you're creating, right? If you understand that you have this creativity within you and you forgot, and you want to reawaken that, get back into your playful self, your childlike self, right? And understand that you have a potential to give people this experience of letting go, feeling free, feeling aligned, feeling light in the body, easy, loose, comfortable. Like imagine being comfortable like you're in your living room, but in a social environment. Wouldn't that be such a blessing, right? So that's what I'm talking about here, right? Is that level of comfort where you don't have to posture up all the time and look tough and like, hold this all the time, every single day, never show a moment of weakness. That's not going to serve you, okay? The best thing that's going to serve you is you understand yourself. And you understand yourself so well that you know your codes even before they get summoned by somebody. Because understand this, you're being summoned. If someone is saying your name right now, you're being summoned. Maybe somebody's talking about you, but you're experiencing here in your energetic body. Have you ever got a feeling you're thinking about someone and then they call? That's what I'm talking about. This energy, we all have it, man. We all have it. It's just you have to train it. You have to train it and drill it with intensity and find your own novelty within it, as I keep saying. Okay, that's the Trinity. So we talk more about this in the Adepts curriculum. So if you want more information about this and you want to work with us and heal your energetic body, as well as understand how to heal others, this is a very good modality for you. And you can find your own tech along the way, along the path. It's going to be very interesting, very epic for you to look into these teachings, because if you've never come across this kind of work before, you might have heard Reiki and pranic healing and, all these different modalities. But what we're doing is we're working with all 5 bodies: physical, mental, emotional, energetic, and spiritual, And so it's a very holistic system that we're using. And the reason why I truly doubled down and believed in the system is because it worked on me. It worked on me about 3 times in my life. I've been through many portals of this journey, and every time that I've gone through a change with a change maker, working with a mentor, one-on-one, group to one, even, I've noticed these shifts, these subtle shifts that keep coming up. Okay. And once I can understand that subtle shift, I can lean into it more, use my energy healing to my advantage. You see? Advantage. You have to add a vantage point. Okay? What is the perspective with which you are healing, and what is the release technique? You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm a very big proponent of de-armoring, right? De-armoring the body, getting your body nice, limber, loose, relaxed. There are different yogas that do this. We use our own system of Vajra Dragon Yoga. And yeah, it's just a very powerful system, So if you're interested in learning more about this, you can definitely, get on a call with me and we can discuss, different pathways that we can do this. And you can already hear from my voice, right? I'm very chill. I'm very relaxed. So it's not going to be anything weird, unless you want it to get weird. I'm all for weird, I'll bring it on. Okay. The weirder, the better, actually, in fact. So You know why? Because the word weird actually meant you're aligned with your destiny, in terms of Odin's words around it. Okay, so really understand that these words are being used against us, right? A lot of these words, good morning, like why would I be mourning for something, right? Um, wow, this is why they changed it to grand rising, right, in the spiritual communities and so forth. So understand that these words that we use open up worlds. So you got to have a very, very powerful vocabulary, right, as my mentor AZD would say. Very, very powerful vocabulary to be able to tap into these different worlds. Think about the way that your industry speaks. There's a different language, right? And sometimes you enter these spiritual communities and you're like, what the hell is an upasana, right? Or like, um, why do I have to give a prasadam or whatever? It's like, these words that we just throw out, right? Sangha. It's like you need a glossary of this shit, right? To be able to actually follow along with this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to make it as easily replicable by others as possible. That's how the healing modality is going to be so transformative. And that's why you notice a lot of these spiritual teachers, it's a very simple yet effective, powerful technology. And what I'm understanding is it's a combination of everything. Okay? 1 second, guys. Let me just check something real quick. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to get ready, and I'm probably gonna head to the gym. And yeah, once I head to the gym, I think I'm gonna get more downloads because today's just a rest day, basically. But I think that if I go, it's gonna bring me some different downloads today. So I think that's what I'm gonna do actually. Because again, the physical body is so important, right? And women especially, you want to get a strong physical body as well, because that's where your healing is really going to, you're going to center yourself better. If you can have a nice outer shell in this vessel, you'll understand how your internal world also will start to clean up, okay? Because it will be as within, so without. Your body will transform the more that you become integrous with yourself. More integrity, more results. It will just align faster, Know where you're at and move towards it. Whatever the end result is, and merge with it. Understand there's no difference. There's no hindrance. There is no long process to get there. You are there already. You always have been. You are the person that you've always known. You get that? That's the energy I want you to tap into, really. It's the fact that there's no one I'd rather be than me, because I am me. And who else would I rather be? Okay? If you don't a chance, I will take it. There's no one I'd rather be. Okay? Change the lyrics up on you. There's no one I'd rather be, because it's like that's the energy of me understanding this character guy who's changing and shifting through all these different dimensions. That guy is not even important. The observer, the soul imprint that's left behind and changing generations to come, that is the essence of what I'm leaving behind, the trace, right? To reveal other people's samskars and tendencies, so that I understand a way to influence feminine energy and impact masculine energy, the planet. I help to raise my own vibration into a dominant frequency through the healing session, so that they get a transference of that. Okay? So who are they at their best self? What if you held an image of them like that through the healing session? What do you think that would do for them? Okay? What do you really think that would do for them? Because a lot of people, they don't give themselves permission to shine in their greatest light, to have their most divine power right in front of their eyes, and them feeling it and being reminded of that, And you might think, oh, is this like a validation trip or something like that? No. It's valid. It's not validation. It's valid to want to feel special, significant in this life, It's important, man. especially for us men, we feel that need for significance, right? Yes, love and connection is absolutely important as a core need. Okay? Maybe your feminine side as a man is very activated. You need that love and connection more than feeling significant, right? That's completely valid too. Okay? But understand, is it your own natural drive? Is that your natural way of being, right? If I really took away all of the pretense and like I started to lean into my greatest self, I'd be a pretty sexual guy, man, you know? But because of this shame around sexuality in India and so forth, even if we invented the thing, right? The fucking Kama Sutra is like sex into a science, right? But then again, it's like that's only one part of the Kama Sutra. I know. I don't want to get into that argument, but the thing about it is, man, there's just a lot of repression, right? And so if we can remove that feeling of feeling ashamed or talking about these topics like they're very taboo and secretive and ooh, we can't ever mention that, you know? But it's happening all in the shadowy world. It needs to be brought about and spoken, but it has to be done properly, you know? Even the old ancient Hindu texts talked about sex in different ways to educate. What was that Bollywood movie about like sex education that came out recently? That was a good one, bro. I don't even know what it was called, but yeah. Um, yeah, your healing modality comes through your main chakra. That would be my best advice for you. So if you're a throat chakra path working, you speak a lot, you're oratory, you do podcasts, you go on stage to speak, you speak to your clients, you speak to other people. Throat chakra, right? If you're very intuitive, you're highly working with ideas or insights or, um, you know, wanting to predict certain situations, third eye chakra, right? Predict the stock market, third eye chakra, right? So you already know, kind of, you might have some guesses. If you reach out to me, I'll help you design that reality. That's what we do in the Adept School as well, okay? So primalsutramysteryschool.com. Just sign up for a free 15 minutes with us and we'll just guide you in the right direction. If you don't want to do that, that's fine with us. Just like, but if and how we can help you, we want to get to that process too, you know? Because if this does help you and you transcend and you join us on this epic adventure, this is like adventure time in real life, right? As adults, like what is even going on, right? We're going on these vision quests and actually revealing our internal world. And all of us right now are going through ascension flu. Maybe even you, right? The solar flares are affecting people very differently. Weird headaches coming out of the blue, right? A kind of a like a shakiness or like a dizzy type of bubble energy, right? Like a woo, like a warp bubble or something like that, right? That's happening recently. But yeah, man. If you're tapped in, you already know. Upward Spiral Gang. May we never be the same again. I believe in you. I fucking believe in you. I know you're gonna do amazing things today and every day. With every single shred of your molecule, I want you to dominate today with the ascent of the gods and the main god, the God, the source, the plug point. I want you to connect your occipital plug point back into source again and enter the machine with complete certainty that you are the one. You are here to crack the code. You are limitless. Your presence is felt eternally. Your Godfidence is needed. Your soul is required. Your focus is unperturbed. Your vision is clear. Your mind is sharp. Your heart is pure. And you're ready to pierce through at any obstacle because there's nothing holding you back. And that's real. You could fact check me on that shit, okay? You can't be like, okay, is this all? Let me Emily format it. Let me actually clarify that with the different source that I once had. And then some people didn't receive the Buddha's transmissions. You see what I'm saying? Others try to justify it and find the academic source, the imprint of these divine teachings that are flowing out through this course of my lips as I metamorph inside of a butterfly and I fly into the sky and I become the most evident, infamous, immortal character that can take over all of space and time because I am one molecule, I'm 1 millisecond away from understanding that I am the true crucible, the true strength that is coming from above and deeply sparking the infinite within me. Every single molecule in my beingness is charged and supercharged by my Super Saiyan radioactivity into my pores. I speak and I seek all of the divine that is within me to abruptly awaken me and make me engage with this life once more and evermore. Forever, evermore, forever, ever, evermore. That's correct. Farewell. Those guys, have an incredible rest of your day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. We already got this upward spiral game. You already know. May we never be the same again. May the flow be with you, hosts.